Hey, what's up? This is Coach Martell. Welcome to my session. I spent the last 15 years helping people to exceed their limitations, to grow and to attain new levels of performance in their life. I love helping people to grow. I love helping people to go to their next level. If you're down for that, then stick around. So in today's session, I want to talk to you guys about something that I love talking about. We're talking about mindset and how your mindset and pressing through the limitations that you set on yourself, how that is the key to unlocking your superpowers. Specifically, I want to talk to you about a concept I call the mindset dilemma. What's the mindset dilemma? The mindset dilemma is this concept that says no person operates beyond the self-imposed limitations that they have on themselves in their mind. We believe that we can do this, and that. We will perform to that level, or sometimes even under it. So you're not going to perform beyond the expectations that you have for yourself unless, one, it's by accident, two, some outside force you to go beyond the expectations that you have for yourself, or three, you decide within yourself that you're going to test your limits. That's what I want to get you to a place where you have an open mind, a growth mindset, where you're going to always be pressing and testing your limits to see what you're capable of. But this, in a nutshell, is the mindset dilemma. You're not going to perform beyond what you believe you're capable of. And oftentimes, you won't even perform to that level. What we often do is this. I've outlined this on my nice little high-tech sheet of paper. Right here, we have a diagram of what I mean by the mindset dilemma. So, right here on this sheet, you have this circle about the size of a silver dollar. This represents your perceived limitations, your perceived capacities, what you think you can do. So that's what this circle is. You think you're capable of X, Y, and Z. Right here in the middle, this small dot, that nice blue-green dot, or whatever color that is, aquamarine, this represents your comfort zone. So, in all trueness, most people don't operate much outside of their comfort zone. They might get pushed out of it a little bit, and they find out they have new limitations, and this perception of what they're capable of begins to grow outward. But usually we gravitate towards the center of this comfort zone. And so you can't achieve much doing that, because oftentimes our dreams lie outside of what we perceive, what we're capable of. When we have goals that lie within the boundaries of what we think that we're capable of, we begin to take action very naturally. We don't even really think much about it. You might have an assignment, you're like, I don't want to do it, but I got this project at work. It got to get done. I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. And you put in the work to make it happen. It's only a matter of diligence, follow through, and focus that allows those things to take place. So you just go ahead and knock it out. But it lies within the boundaries. Let me use this marker right here so I can diagram this right here. So when your goals are within the boundaries of your perceived limitations, you go ahead and knock those things out. Sometimes. But the closer they are to your perceived limitations, the less likely most people are gonna go after those goals. They kind of let them slide. We begin to procrastinate. We begin to drag our feet a little bit. But here's the key to going to that next level. When we constantly press outward towards what we believe we're capable of, we're constantly seeking ways to grow and augment and expand our abilities and our capacities. This is a growth mindset. I want you to develop a growth mindset. Now, here's one more thing I want you to see, guys. Outside of that circle that represents your perceived limitations, we have another perforated circle. There's little dots around here, those red dots. It represents your actual capacities. Now, I put them down as dots because really the limits of what you're capable of is beyond imagining. Most people are much stronger than what they recognize. They have more within them than they can even imagine. People barely scratch the surface of their capacities and capabilities. And so the more you stretch out towards what you think you're capable of, the more you test your limits, you begin to discover abilities and capacities and superpowers that allow you to achieve great feats, great exploits. It allows you to build legacies. It allows you to build companies that change the world. It will allow you to build ministries and nonprofits that shape culture. It allows you to expand the perspectives of whole cultures through art, through whatever the means you choose to engage. But when we press outwards, when we step outside of our comfort zone and move outward towards what we think is possible, and when you flat out ignore what you think you're capable of and just become locked in on what you desire and dream, that's when you start discovering your superpowers. You don't take no for an answer. You just press out. So let me tell you a story. I want to illustrate this point so you can take it with you and apply it to your own life. So here's a story of a young man who was struggling in school a little bit. His father was trying to figure out how to motivate him. So he sat down with his son. He said, "Son, look, your grades are unacceptable. I know you're capable of so much more. I need you to step it up." But the son just wasn't motivated. So Pops, he tried to figure out, man, what can I motivate my son with? I got it. I know he loves animals. So Pops decided to make a deal with his son. "Listen, son, if you get these grades up this next semester, I'm going to take you to the circus." So the little boy is just tripping. He bucking now. He's like, "Oh, snap, I'm down. I'm motivated." He found a reason to step outside of his comfort zone. He found a reason on why he was going to press outwardly, which is an important point, guys. So he began to put in the work. He began to work hard. He began to focus. And at the end of the semester, he had all A's. He brought his grades up and he had all A's. He had never had all A's before. So Pops looked at the grades. He said, "Okay, I'm a man of my word. Let me take you to the circus." So the boy gets to the circus with his dad. And the first thing that he saw and noticed was this gorilla. It was a well-trained gorilla. It came out strutting and it had swag and it was doing all types of tricks. And he said, "The gorilla is amazing, Dad. This thing is so powerful." I'm like, what is this? This is so amazing. This creature is so... So next, you know what came out next? The king of the jungle. The lion started strutting more than the gorilla. It was just strutting around the zoo, jumping through flaming hoops, all types of stuff. So the boy was just bugging out. His mind was blown. He's like, "Did you see this? Okay, the gorilla was amazing, no doubt. But the lion was so powerful. Oh my God, I have no words. Pops, do you see this?" Father enjoying that his son is soaking the experience in. So finally, at the end of the show, they bring out an elephant. This elephant come out and he begins to, with every step, shake the whole arena. Powerful creature. It was blowing a trumpet. It was doing all types of tricks. It was throwing people in the air. It was just amazing. And the little boy said, "Okay, Dad, look, the gorilla was awesome. The lion was powerful, but nothing compares to this elephant. This thing is like beyond belief." So he enjoyed himself fully. He's going home with his dad. And as they was leaving the circus, he see the gorilla over in the cage. The boy said, "I'm glad that gorilla caged up." His dad laughed. They go to the next spot. As they go into the exit, they see the lion in the cage. He said, "Whoo, could you imagine if that lion got free, Dad? I'm glad it's caged up." His dad said, "I agree, son." And before they get out, he saw the elephant with a little rope around his neck, staked into the ground. At this point, the little boy terrified. Why is he terrified? He said, "Dad, look, the gorilla was amazing. The lion was powerful, but that elephant was shaking the whole arena. These people are crazy. Do they really think that rope can hold that elephant? If it go on a rampage, we all done for." Pop said, "Hey, that rope can hold him." He looked at his pops. "Hey, Dad, look, you crazy like these people." His dad laughed. He said, "Look, let me explain something to you, son. When that elephant was little, They put a chain around its neck and bolted it into the ground. And it struggled with the chain. It pulled against it. Now, elephants got good memory, so it went through this experience and it came to a conclusion that, man, look, I'm stuck. When they put that chain around my neck, it's nothing I can do. So I stopped trying. After a while, Pops explained they didn't even need to put a chain around its neck. They could just put a little rope around its neck and the elephant would be placated, wouldn't buck at all, because in the elephant's mind, it was stuck. This is how most people operate, guys. We ignore our true capacity, our true power, because we believe, man, I got this limitation. If that elephant had recognized that over the years it had grown and become much more powerful, it had become stronger, wiser, more fit, tougher, that the chain, let alone the rope, had no chance of holding it. Some of you are held back right now in spite of the fact that you have all types of training, in spite of the fact that you have all types of gifts and degrees and aspirations. None of that matters. There's no tool that I can give you right now that's going to lead to your success if you have a mindset that says I'm stuck. And some of you have been through so much stuff that's told you, here's your limitation. You have bosses and parents and teachers and all types of people telling you, this is your lane, you stick to this. This is what you're capable of. You stick to this. You're not the type of person who could. And in your mind, you're stuck. In your mind, the story has already been written. You cannot exceed your limitations. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Your limitations is what you allow them to be. Your limitations are only set by you. No other person's opinion really matters on the subject. If you decide to press your limitations and to achieve more and to go after more, heck, you can achieve astronomical results with very little resources because you believe in yourself. You believe that the most powerful resource that you have is your own conviction. The lack of conviction that says, I can grow, I can do it, I can figure it out, I want to figure it out. The curiosity that comes with a growth mindset, the curiosity that comes with being open to new experiences, new challenges, instead of bowing down to them. I need this for you. And I love coaching my people. And I sit down in sessions and I sit across the table with gifted people. I get on the Zoom calls with gifted people, intelligent people, powerful people. So often, the people I'm looking at don't see themselves the way that I see them. Because the image that they have of themselves is very small, like that little elephant who thought it was stuck. It had not yet realized it became a monster, a behemoth that was an unstoppable force when it recognized its own power. I need you to recognize your own power. I appreciate you for sitting through this session. If you like this session, give the video a like, share with somebody who needs to hear this. But what I want you to do is spend some time writing down dreams that you have, that you felt like you could not achieve because you felt you were too limited. You didn't have enough training. You didn't have enough this or that. Whatever the case may be, write those things down and then also record. What if I could do this? What would I do to make this happen? And this will become your game plan to make it happen. All right, I'm going to see you next time. Peace out.